So here we have video 1, 2, 2. This is the abdominal and upper back work, glute band optional video. So we're back to Pilates core, continuously building on our core strength. All right, let me know if you're ready to watch. I'll stay here just for a little while longer to make sure I understand that everything is as it should be, and we have the people in the room that want to do this video. Whichever way, your starting position, this one you'll end up sitting down. So if you're coming into the room now ready for this next session, or ready because it's the first time for you to do a workout today, your start position is sat down. You'll need your head cushion ready in order to put that under your head when we're doing our abdominals. This is an abdominal workout largely, and then it's going to go into your upper back workout. So I'll just give you a few more moments. For those of you that are in the room, sit on your sit bones and know exactly where they are. Sit in a position that feels comfortable. So if that for you is a little bit of leaning backwards, then do so. Whichever way, the thigh band, if you're using it, if it's been too intense because you've used it already, then take your thigh band away. Hi Carol, welcome back. So your thigh band is there to help you connect with the outside of the thighs rather than collapse in there. For those of us, as we prepare, ready for this next workout, you're breathing in and out deeply, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and feeling your seated form. Good morning, Lorna and Patricia. Welcome back, Lindsay and Michelle. We're ready seated, people, for that breathing moment before we lay the spine down. By sitting and breathing, it doesn't matter if you're leaning back, you can hold the back of the thighs. You want to take any pressure out of the lower back as you prepare yourself to lie down and keep great alignment. Before you do lie down, when you're ready to roll, have both feet level with each other. Use lines on the mat to make sure you've got your heels, knees, pelvis, and then you can lay the spine down, largely knowing that you've created alignment. Head cushion goes under the head, slide your heels back under you, and here we go into the first position. As ever, wriggle and reach the spine away. Once you've got your head cushion under the skull, not the neck, reaching the spine away from the shoulders as it were, and creating as much length as you can. Now that you're lying down, go into your methodology for breathing deeply in and deeply out. I've checked my thighs are level, knee joint to knee joint, pelvically, and with each inhale you take, make it last around 5 to 6 counts. So you'd be going in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the belly and the abdomen would fill with air. Then the exhaling would last over a similar amount, breathing, and as the exhale happens and leaves you, you feel increased weight behind you through the back of the pelvis, an increased weight behind you through the back of the shoulders, and the lengthening out of all the spinal vertebrae. We're starting this session therefore with the deep breath in through the nose, ideally over 6 counts, expanding the whole midriff and ribcage lung area. The breathing out over 6 counts, feeling everything melt, and as the air exhales, the middle of you hollows and the spine feels light as it rests below. Another image, you're going to do 4 more really deep breaths in and out. You go into breathing while I talk. Another image would be that on the inhale, it's like a balloon is filled with air. The belly is the balloon full of air, and on the breath out, all of the air comes out of that balloon, and the balloon goes completely kind of relaxed and all soggy inside, that whole kind of emptying out and there being no tension. Inhale to create that core abdominal widening of the lungs and the rib cage, and the exhaling. For your final 2 deep breathing moments in and out, notice all of the placing of the rib cage, therefore the thoracic spine, as the pelvic floor draws up and the navel draws in, that whole core connection that can only be achieved through ending a really good breath out, having had a really good breath in. You have one more. I'm joining you in it. Inhaling and exhaling. Stay in that exhaled core connect. Breathe in without the belly bulging, and breathe out, shrinking in more keenly. Inhale, widen the ribs. Breathing out, feel the pelvic floor draw up, the navel draw in. No, you're not tucking your bottom under. Breathe in through the nose. You're keeping the air sideways. Breathing out, feel the rib cage obliques, draw the pelvic floor up, and you've got that sensation of being tight from pubis to hip bones in the groiny area, and from rib cage to under navel. You're now abdominal connecting. The band, you're going to push the thighs gently out sideways if they're not already, and we'll do our ab prep. Inhale then, ready to do the curl up on the breathing out. Aiming to be in neutral with a high waist imprint. If I've told you not to ever do neutral, then you would keep with that, don't ever do neutral. There's a reason why I'd tell you to stay in imprint. Exhaling though, for the average person that hasn't been asked by me to always work in imprint, you're rolling up with that gentle sacrum heaviness and that tiny air gap between the lumbar and the floor. You're better off losing the gap as you curl up, if indeed you're not sure where that gap really should be. So people like Diane and Patricia, stay heavy at the sit bone pelvic sacral area below the waistband. Inhaling back up, inhaling back down. Exhale, curl up and stay. Okay, people, breathe in. Breathe out, put both hands behind the head to help support the flexion. Exhale to imprint the lumbar spine. Now the lower back's kissing the floor. Inhale and relax it away again. Exhale, pelvic floor and pelvic tilt. No bum squeeze. Inhale, and it's back to neutral. Breathe out, pelvic imprint, stay. Exhale, keep the imprint, and pull your right leg now up off the floor. I've now got both arms by the sides, right leg up in the air. I'm in pelvic imprint. Inhaling, I'm going to lower that leg down again. Exhale, pick it back up. My aim is to keep the pelvis level, left to right, right to left. If you need to keep one hand under your head, you'd keep your right hand under your head. If it's your right leg lifting, the band resistance forces more flexors. The heel on the left-hand side, the hip on the left-hand side staying connected to the ground. So it's your breath out to lift and your breath in to lower. You've one more. Exhale, lift. That's oblique flexors. Inhale, lower. And we're going to switch arms. So I'm now putting my left hand behind my head. As my exhale, my left leg lifts. Inhale, it lowers. And my fingertip is on my hip bone, making sure that I maintain symmetry from left to right. The right heel, the right foot is grounded. And each breath out, the shrinking up and in. So one leg's resisting by staying down, the other leg is making the flexor work by lifting up against resistance and down. Your breathing stops it being a braced activity that's no use and changes the balance going on in the core stabilizers. Okay, the next time your left leg lifts, leave it up. Put both hands behind the head. Exhale and pull this second leg up. All right, reach both hands down. You're now into bent legs parallel, legs slightly apart. Breathe out, curl up and push those legs away, keeping them that daylight distance apart. You're in imprint, breathe in, roll down and pull them back in. Exhaling, slow motion. Inhaling, start to pull them in, giving yourself time to feel the ground below you as being level place. Breath out, pelvic floor, rib cage flexors, legs reach. You can point your toes at this point if you want to. Inhaling, pull. I've got that gentle connection with that glute band, keeping the sides of my bum, thigh bone relationship to my pelvis, working continuously. Two more. Exhaling, follow the air, nod the chin, extend the legs. You can always hold on to your legs even with a glute band, okay? Inhaling and back. Next time you go out, you'll stay. So staying here, point the toes away. Exhale, put your hands down and lift the legs up. Inhale and lower them away. Exhaling, inhaling away. Now by pressing the hands down, you end up almost creating more core connection at the pelvic floor, belly button to spine end. You have 2 more. Remember, you can come up and down for this. So if it's in your neck, in fact, let's all do that together. You're down there, your legs are slightly away, you're definitely an imprint. Exhale, start curling. And imagine the abdominal wall is the only way of drawing these legs back up. Last time, and stay. Find your turnout. You've got your frog legs. Thighs, now feel the band most keenly through the side bottom. There should be no pinching or anything going on the sacrum. And you've got a gentle pelvic tilt. Don't force the imprint on this one. Put the hands to the side of the hip bones, breath out. Push your legs up and away. Inhale, feel as though the thighs pull against the band. They open into that V shape. Breathing out, so they reach away. You're not forcing a lower back imprint on this. You're keeping the sacrum flat, and you want your high waist rib cage to be involved as you reach into turn out and you come back into bend. So exhaling, you can curl, inhaling, uncurl and flex, exhale. So the frog legs, this is like doing a modified double leg stretch. Frog legs on the inhale and bend. Exhale. Inhale, frog those legs in. Look for symmetry. Breath out, reach. And you're ready. Exhale, I'm out with the legs and turn out. They're going to lift up. And inhale, float them away a bit. Exhale. The abdominal wall compressing pulls them back up. Inhale away a bit. I'm still turned out. Exhaling it up. Inhale away a bit. Slow motion is beauty. Inhaling and away you go. Exhaling. And allow that to be happening there. So we've let the rotation go. We're back to parallel. You're going to put both hands onto your right thigh. Breathe in, breathe out, stretch out your left leg. And we're ready to do another move where the left leg is reaching straight, the right leg is bent. Put your right hand behind your head and exhale, curl over towards that leg. Inhale and back down. The band, you've got your flexors on your right hand side resisting the band. You've got your extensors on the left hand side resisting the band. You've got your rolling rib cage armpit oblique work working against that resistance, and without the breath you haven't got much. Inhaling back down and exhaling. Stop your right thigh wandering into the body. Last time. Inhale, pull the thighs together, check the symmetry, put the other hand behind the head. Now my right hand behind my head, my right leg stretching out at the hip, left thigh bone vertical, and exhale, I'm curling. You're pulling your elbow as if to the inside of the knee. Exhale. The breath out should shrink the waist as though wringing it out, and it's not a rolling over sideways through the shoulder. It's a diagonal journey up in the direction of the inside of the leg that's in the air. Your abdominal obliques should be absolutely knowing that they're there. Last time. And are you ready? Both hands behind the head, slow motion. Bring that leg in. exhale and switch. Inhale, center, both legs together. Exhale, switch. Inhaling, both legs together, bend. Exhale and switch. Inhaling, both legs together. Exhale, switch. Once more each side, people. Feel the strength of true core breath connection, which is all abdominals. And let that go. All right, we're going to have to move on from there, otherwise I won't get to your backs. So your next position, finding yourself onto your front. This is where all of that work on the tummy that you've just done, in other words, through your core, the abdominal wall now gets to lengthen out and it works differently lying on your front. It still works, but it doesn't work anything like as intensely because you're not curling and uncurling. You can start this movement pattern here without there being any weights by the side. Have your arms by your sides like so. Find the elbows kind of just under the armpit. The hands, you've got 90-degree elbow, you've got that sense of space going on through the shoulder. Yesterday we introduced a lot of roller work for the upper back shoulder area. Today you should feel the benefits of it. You're breathing in and out, the nose is just pointing down to the floor, the crown of the head reaching, and with every breath out you make, the pelvic position is imprint. Inhaling and exhaling, you're in imprint of the pubic bone. Inhaling and exhaling, you can feel the rib cage core connect. You're hovering the face, you're pulling your shoulders away from your neck, and if you want to turn the palms to face inwards, you can. Whichever way, on the next breath out, slowly stretch the thighs away to the band without losing the pelvic connection, and slowly slide them in. It's imagine you're dusting the floor with the front of the thigh, and inhaling, floating in. Exhale, pelvic floor nail to spine, no belly pushing into the floor, no rib cage pushing into the floor. Next time the legs go, leave them with some connection to the band. It shouldn't be gripping, it's not the main event. Now we're going to take the attention to the upper body, rib cage and upper back. So inhaling, float both arms up. So I've now got both arms, palms facing the sides of my head. Exhale, I'm going to pull one arm backwards, find the single dart shape with the shoulder. Inhale, I'm coming back to centre. Breath out, I'll sweep the arm, palm faces, shoulder blade connects. Inhale and back up to this hovered position. Breath out, upper back connection. Breath in and hover. Breathe out and breathe in and back. Okay, next time I pull my right arm to the side, I feel my shoulder blade. I'm going to turn to my right and reach my left arm forwards. You've now got your equivalent of a swim. I'm going to breathe in, come back to hover with both arms. Exhale, my left arm goes by my side. I turn my head to the left. I reach my right arm away, breathe, and exhale, back to the hover. Exhaling, turn my head, rotation shoulder. Inhaling, hover. Exhaling, inhaling, hover. Exhale, inhale, hover. Last time. Inhale and let it be. Hands are under the shoulders, elbows are up in the air, legs are reaching. We've got our swan. Swan is where we extend the upper spine, so you breathe in. Breathe out, press gently into your hands, pubic bone dominant, and start to lift the chest. Have a breath in. On the next breath out, imagine you could draw the pubic bone to your navel as you push yourself up into extension. Shoulders away from the neck, legs are lengthened. On the breath out, pull the abdominals in. Feel the lengthened oblique, lumbar spine supported, and you're lowering down, creating a reverse journey till your nose is to the floor. Breathing in, exhaling, pubis, gentle push into the hands. The sense is that you're pulling your cleavage, your chin, your chest, your nose, all the way up to the ceiling. You're up as high as you can go. It's not all in the lower back. And you don't need to squeeze your glutes as the main event. The glute band will help you stay abducted. We have one more. Inhale. Breathing out, pelvic floor, navel to spine. Your elbows feel as though they're pulling back with shoulder blades. That's your rib cage halfway flexed upwards. Shoulders away from the neck. Energize through the upper body. Energize through the oblique length. And expand the length of the obliques as you lower down. Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Now reach both arms. Make your body longer than you ever thought it could be. Stretch your legs right out. Leave the forehead, nose to the floor, breathe in and out. And I'm going to lift my head up just to talk. But as you breathe in and out, exhale the rib cage. And the rib cage. And the rib cage. And then bring your hands back, breathe, and pull your chest back. Pull your bottom back, breathe in. And then breathing out, you return your spine back, you're kneeling up, and there you go. All right, thank you very much for watching. I've just seen there's a comment about the camera. There's a lot of studio and not much of you on the camera. I do need to look at that. All right, people, that's all I've had time for just now. And I remedied that. I've got a really good view in theory because I can see myself on a screen, but I appreciate it's different for everyone else. Okay, take a break, take a chill pill, breathe, 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 and enjoy your day. I will have a look at that, Michelle, in terms of what's happening. It looks that I'm bang centre here, but obviously I will take your feedback and see if I can change it. My problem is I'm using 2 cameras to film. One requires me to be further away. All right, girls. Anyway, thank you ever so much for bearing with me. And here's to a great day for us all. It is Thursday, nearly Friday, where we get a time out and time off. Ha, ha.